Right, the object of this sort of video is to give you a good idea of how to start the game. I've done quite a bit of testing, and what I've done is I've made like an empire that that I've used for several games. So you've got same starting conditions, and it's these. I've used them a lot, and one thing is when these civilizations here, they can turn up as AI in some games, the ones that you're not using. So you can go to select your empire, and then you can basically make another version of them. I'm not going to do it, but you can change quite a few things. It's quite easy to do, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use the same one. So the only variable is going to be where you actually start in the universe. So I'll select these, and I'll probably show you some other saves that I've got exactly the same empire, but just at different gameplay states, and they had different starts in the universe. So we're going for a large elliptical shape AI empires. I've cut them down to 3. Advanced AI starts there, 0. These are my normal starting conditions. Habitable worlds I have up to 5 times. AI aggressiveness low. Difficult is normal because the next ones are hard and insane. Empire placement clusters, advanced neighbours off. Endgame crisis disease off. And Iron Man mode on, because that just affects your saves. Basically, the game will just save itself for you, and you get achievements. So all I've got to do now to start it is press that. Are you sure you want to start? And so pretty quickly it'll load. And there we are. Now it starts paused. So let's see where we are in the universe. Right, I've never started down there. I've had a start round here, and I've had several starts in this area. So that'd be like turning the map round like that. But the map's orientated that way. You can tell how it's orientated because of the writing. Let me just see. Hang on. You see, it says United Nations of Earth, but it's upside down. So that's really, all the other names will spin round so that you can read them. But that, your actual own space, is the only way you can really orientate yourself. So what I'd normally do, and I'm going to do as well in this, I'm going to go first to my spaceport, and I'm going to build at least one science ship. Now, normally I do several, but I've got a different strategy to try on this, just to make it even a little bit quicker, because I've decided the best thing to do is you've got to find out where habitable planets are as soon as possible, because that's the only way you can expand. So I've got 2 science ships to start building. Remember, I've not started time going yet. We're doing all this work for free. So I got my science ship. Okay, that's okay. They've got somebody in it. Now, strangely, our own system has not been surveyed. So your first port of call is to select your science ship and survey your own system. It's stupid, but you've got to do it every single game. Next thing is you want your science, your technology. Now, get your teeth in. Caroline, it's just one of them names. Caroline Grisdale, she's a genius. So everything she does is going to be 10% faster. So would I want her on engineering rather than physics? No, I'll have her on physics because that gives us the tech then to engineer, doesn't it? First thing, deflectors are good, but you're going to need energy. So I'm going straight for an energy technology. And society, they're always different that come up first, by the way. So I'll go for genome mapping. It gives you population boost. Now, that's tempting to go for ion thrusters because they give you extra speed in combat and, you know, flying around the system. So your surveying would be a bit faster. You know, when your science ships are surveying. But I'm going to go for powered exoskeletons because we get plus 5% minerals when we, when we make mines. We haven't started time yet either. So my construction ship can't do anything at the moment, so that's just going to sit there. Now the other strategy, what I'd normally do is build the science ships. So you've got to wait a while to do that. So, but instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to manage this fleet, and I'm going to split the fleet, and I'm going to split it again. So I've got 3 fleets. And what I'm going to do with them is I'm going to send them off in different compass directions. Not too far. Because what I used to do is just send them right across here and try and find the enemy civilizations. But I'm not doing that this time because I've learned a little bit. You want to be able to. What you're trying to find is habitable planets. Now habitability will depend on what your race is, but I'm doing this, with humans. So other races will have different okay, come on, get the words out. Habitability. So I'm going to send them to there. First fleet. Second fleet, I'm just going to send them to there. I mean, you can easily lose your ships, but you can lose your science ships as well, and they usually have a good crew on them, like a good scientist or something. So it's not such a good idea to lose science ships if you can help it, because the crews, the scientists gain experience, and you can also transfer them anytime you want to go to your main research posts. Like here, you can easily assign another scientist to this. So I'm looking now, and there's nobody that I particularly want. What you really want is geniuses, is because they give you 10% more. Right, so now I'm ready to start time rolling. So we've done all that work for free. It's took us, less than 10 minutes to get into the game, and now I'm at a position where I can start it. The year's 1st of January 2200. So here we go. I'm just going to set on full speed. Also, for some reason, I'm only allowed to colonize 3 planets before I have to split them up into a sector. I didn't like sectors at first when I was playing this game. I think it tends to dumb it down a little bit, but they do work. I don't think I'll get onto sectors in this little playthrough. I'm just trying to show you how to get a good start, because a good start is pretty important. See, we've already found two planets here.
Construction complete. Situation log updated.
But then the system needs surveying. Now that's 3 planets. Now we've already come across a hostile fleet here. So I'm gonna. Right, let's see what's there. alien vessels. It just says hostile alien vessels. So they could be pirates. The game does. There's a what I consider a silly game mechanic in this, where you'll get pirates that come and harass you, and they usually come and harass you as soon as you've got your. Say if I go and there'll definitely be a planet at Alpha Centauri without a doubt, and Sirius as well. If I colonise either of them, the pirates will turn up. So there's always a planet at Sirius. There's always a planet at Alpha Centauri, a habitable one. I'm not sure about Lando. I'd have to look back on other games. But as soon as I'm not sure it's true, but as soon as I get 2 colonised planets, including the initial one, Earth, it seems like the pirates turn up then, and what they come and do is they'll come and just destroy your mining stations or your research stations, and then they go away, and then you go and build them back again, and they come back and do it again, and they just keep doing that. So it's kind of a trolley AI that just annoys you. So you want to get rid of them really as fast as possible. But obviously that costs you resources, building a fleet and keeping them maintained. And plus you've only got quite a small fleet at the moment. You can only have 14. And that's not ships, that's ship units. But it just so happens that corvettes are 1 ship unit each. But that wouldn't even make you 3 destroyers. You could only get 2 destroyers out of that, I think. Because a destroyer's more ship units. But that'd be a bit later. So, as you can see, the space is sort of... everything's black until you've flown through it, and then you can see an area where your ship sensors must be have a range. But we'll wait for them to stop. And then we'll get this... We've got 2 science ships here. And I've got time stopped again while I've been explaining that as well. So, you want a crew in it, so that you can send them out surveying. None of these are particularly good for planet surveying, except she'll last a lot longer. They tend to die just when you don't want them to. When they die, the science ship stops doing what you want it to do, and it just sits there with this sort of snoozing sign going on. So recruit another one. You got to be careful who you recruit at this stage, because you don't have much influence. That's the purple sort of people thing there that you can see. Right, I'll just take careful, because she's 28 and she's careful. So she'll just last that bit longer. So I'm going to send them to survey this system. And then I'm going to get Grissom. That must be named after that astronaut, Gus Grissom. I think he was in the Mercury or Gemini program, and possibly the Apollo program. That was when I was a kid, all that stuff. Survey system. And then I'll get them to, as soon as they've done that, pressing X to chain the orders, survey system. Right, and I'm going to start time rolling again. Construction ship still hasn't done a thing. This survey ship that we have in this sector is surveying Jupiter at the moment. And now Europa. There'll be some minerals here. And really, as soon as some minerals start coming up, or energy like that, you want to get your construction ship to build some. Minerals are most important at the beginning, for the first sort of few game years. So let's have a look at Earth, see if there's anything we can do to improve. And there isn't a great deal, because we don't have any technology to upgrade anything. We can clear a few tiles, but we've got a clear tile here. So you need to unblock these tiles so that you can get a civilization, a population on it. But we can't do it at the moment. Now these fleets have now stopped. So you can see you get a green line usually. That's easy to see. Won't be so easy on your computer or whatever you watch it on, especially if you watch it on a phone. Get green lines where you've had a ship through. So there's one. I don't even bother looking at them anymore. I just cancel them as soon as possible because they just get really annoying. So I'll have to do. I'm chaining orders now. So that we can. And what I'm looking for, like I said, is the green worlds, and that's all I'm really interested in finding at the moment. Not too bothered about bumping into pirates or any alien civilizations. Oh no, I've gone that way. Cancel that. Which way? Yeah, I'll go north. Hopefully there'll be something there. And again, I'm chaining orders. I'll do like a sector search.
System survey complete.
Right. Let's look at this other fleet. Where they at? Right, I want them to do it. That's a black hole or something there. I mean, sometimes it's because of the orientation. There's like a three dimensions to this map. You know, there's some of the stars are above the other, so that the galactic plane is not perfectly flat. It's lumpy.
System survey complete.
There's only so many orders you can stack up, but it'll just stop. You'll be able to, it'll just stop allowing you to add to it. That's really annoying. You know, you're halfway through doing something and it just breaks in and does that. There should be a way to filter that. You know, now I've finished. Now it should pop up. Not while I'm actually doing something.
Situation log updated.
Right, they've come across something here. Right, I'll just pause it. I want to see what's there. Oh, that's some sort of alien species. They'll just sit there. So they're just blocking you from travelling through that system until you destroy them. Because you can't get any civilian ships to go through there. Military ones will go into there, but civilian ones won't. So no survey or construction or colony ship will go through that. And what that can do is that can limit you. Say if that fleet, that alien fleet were there, we wouldn't have any access to this area up here. And obviously on a larger scale, there can be some quite strategic bottlenecks like here. You might have to go all the way around there. All that way to get to there. You know, so you could have a ship, you could have a civilian ship at that point or that point, and you want it to go there. But if you want it to go there, it's then going to have to go the whole way around here to get it. And that's another, to me, that's another silly design that they're putting in this game. For well, I can't really see any reason to do that. It's just being stupid. And also, don't forget when you get when you come across the other alien races, you're not sure if they're going to allow you to fly through their space, because sometimes they close the borders, and that sticks. You can get a fleet of ships stuck over here because they can't get back to your empire because the borders are closed and things like that. Sorry about the chair creaking, but it's too comfortable to get rid of. So we're on it. We're only a year into, well, nearly 2 years into the game, 2 game years that is, and we've come across quite a lot of colonizable planets, which is good. Let's have a look at these. Just want to get them surveyed as soon as possible, you see, so you can... Where's that one? Survey. Where are you at?
Situation log updated.
What was that situation being updated? Hostile fleet present. Yeah, I'm not interested. Alien vessels. I just dismiss them.
Situation log updated.
They just become a real annoyance. There's no way to switch them off.
Anomaly found.
Because I'm not even interested in these anymore. You know, anomaly found, and then it basically just slows you down. But you do get little bonuses in research by it just doesn't seem worth it to me. I'd rather just get on and not have the hassle of having to read the stupid pop-up screen and then click the button to get rid of them.
Situation log.
You know, I've played this for hours and hours and hours now. I've got a lot of hours in this game now, and it's quite annoying with the pop-ups that you can't turn off. It's a bit trolly. Like the AI is a bit like that.
Evading hostile fleet.
Here we go.
Evading hostile fleet. System survey complete.
That'll be pirate. Hang on. Oh, I never got to see it. I bet that's pirates. And they're heading south. Yeah. I started a game with as many empires as possible, and I think it was within 10 game years one of them had already declared war on me, and that was the settings exactly like it is now. And I'd only built a bubble out, you know, like the blue bubble here. I'd only maybe gone as far as Cirrus. I'd not really expanded any further, and that was, I just gave up on that game. If you've got, I think the less civilizations you've got, the more you can kind of learn how to play the game. Because there's a lot of things that I haven't really touched yet, which is, they haven't come up yet, but you get these factions forming on Earth, or you know, your home planet, and they just don't seem to do out. But you get more and more and more of them as game goes on. But they never seem to affect how the game plays. It's just another silly distraction. And then when you get to combat, it's so simplistic. It's pretty pathetic, really. Because I've played these sort of games where you have each one of these between the planets. You've got supply lines. So say if you've got a colony at Cirrus and Lando, you get them pirates turning up at Barnard Star, and they're interfering with your supply lines. And your supply lines have to be protected by military ships, which is exactly what you do when you send them out on patrols and stuff like that. And that aspect of them other games, I think that might have been Master of Orion that was like that, or Space Empires. Certainly Stellar Crusade, which was from like 1988, were like that. That's an SSI strategy game. I think that were on Atari ST. I played that on, possibly. Really interesting game. Ship, you know, exactly the same as this. Explore, expand, and design your own ships, and basically oppress every other race in the universe until you've won. But this, the combat in this is super dumbed down. It seems to be more focused on diplomacy and land and grabbing as much space as possible and becoming diplomatically and military sort of power rather than just militaristic. And I find that not as interesting because they've really dumbed the combat down. You have to just have the right ships, basically, the right ship designs against whatever ship. So it's like rock paper scissors. That's how it seems. So where am I going with this? I wanna. Where's that ship? It's there. Surveyed that. Where's the next one then? Oh, Trappist up here. I knew there was someone up here. I'm going to survey that system. Survey that. I'll just do the two because they do take quite a long time. Right, now start time going again. Oh, I learned that to research for ages. Right, we want to get these moving again. Right, they've done all around here. You see the green lines as opposed to the grey ones. Good, they've found plenty of planets. So I'm going to send them. I'm going to send these up here. I'm just going to do it on a grid so that if you're a bit more methodical, you won't miss out. Because when you zoomed out, it's hard to see. I see I could have done that better, couldn't I? But I'm not bothered. That'll do for them. Now where are these gonna go? They've been round here. I'll send them down here. Oh no. Let's have a look. Yeah, I'll go this way. Yeah. That'll do for them. My science ship. Where are you at? Right, you can do this then. And where are you gonna go then?
Hostile station engaged.
Hostile station engaged? Whoa. They're going to get blown to pieces. But if I go look at it, where are they? Third fleet. Left stick button. Now that's interesting. Oh, it just hit me flipping pop shield. That's interesting. There's a planet there. And then it's showing a fleet here. Let's have a look at that one. Aliens. I mean proper aliens. But they're not. They're just going to sit there. This looks a bit piratey. Hang on. Oh no. This is another alien race. I've never seen this one before. Look at the size of this. Yeah. Never seen them before. That's a new one. So after all these hours I've played, that's definitely a new one. Well, that's a good thing. I think they're going to get... I can't retreat, I can't do anything, so I've probably lost that ship, but it's no big deal. I'll need to go back to Earth anyway. Well, I say go back to Earth, look at Earth and see what's going on there, because still... Let's look at the situation. We're only +1 on that. On the energy. So let's have a look at the overall map picture. I don't even know if I've surveyed my own system yet. Oh yeah, yeah. Now I can. So I forgot to do this. I should have got straight onto that. My construction ship. And now, because I can't do them on mass, I'm going to have to go in there. Hang on. And do them individually with the construction ship. Let's see which has got the best. Well, none of them. They're all just 2s. So build mining station. Build mining station. And build mining station. So that should be 6 extra per month now. So at the moment we've got 81 minerals up here. And it says plus 9. That's per month. Right, so I'll start the game going.
Fleet destroyed.
Yeah, I lost that fleet. I don't care. It's not important. I'm surprised about that. I've never seen them. I've seen that designer ship before, but I've never seen that great big, like...
Hostile fleet engaged.
Oh, what? Another one? Right, I want to see where this is going on at. So I've paused it. Alright. Oh, shards. This is just another stupid thing. These are actually the races that you're against. These are just the stupid trolley AI things. And I just... Yeah. The crystal shard things. And they're bloody stupid. Proper... stupid thing to put in game. And that's right. Where we at? Where? Yeah, we're out on outer fringe here. So I probably won't even ever go back there unless there's something around here that I want. But it's just whittling his fleet down, and if we can't escape from that, I'll have to build some more, because I want to survey a little bit more. I want to go out in this direction, see what's around here, because there's bound to be something. We ain't. You don't know if some of these things that you're coming across are actual alien civilizations that are in the game and your direct competition, or if they're just these trolley things like a space squid or a stupid shard, or them old, you know, they're supposed to be ancient aliens or something like that, you know. It's that old stupid like Discovery Channel narrative or National Geographic where they think there's been ancient aliens seeding worlds and all that sort of stuff, including ours, which is complete nonsense. Everything that starts has to start from something, doesn't it? It's always chicken and egg. So where would aliens come from? You know, other aliens, yeah, we know. But something eventually has to start from nothing, doesn't it? You know what I'm saying? You can't just appear spontaneously. Not unless you're a god or something. Anyway. Right, I'm going to start time running. I had a bit of a rant then, didn't I? Yeah, we've lost that fleet. But it's no big deal.
Evading hostile fleet.
Evading hostile fleet. Don't care. Do not care. I'll just make another Corvette. So I can't make two because I don't have the resources. But we're only three and a half years in. 3.5 game years into it, and we've got a lot of space there that we've not particularly fully surveyed, but we've got a good idea where habitable planets are, and that's the important thing I've found.
Anomaly found.
I could be wrong, but that it seems to have. I've had games where I'm actually doing quite well. You know, in the first 40 game years. Or 30 game years, I've expanded a lot more than I've ever expanded before. In fact, I'll just quickly show you that. I can come straight back to this, because this is one good thing. It is very fast at doing this. I'll just show you my other ones. Load game. This is one this is 27 game years. I've got 6 colonies, and the fleet strength I think it was 12 ships or 12 things. Right, this is 22, 27, and I've come across a couple of the civilizations. You see, this is the most common place to start, and I've already got sectors up here, and they're doing all right. I'm minus on the food. I can't remember why, but you know what it's like. I'm building colony ships or building colonies somewhere. I can't remember, but I've got quite a bit of space there, and then I've got this other save. Which one was it? That was number 7. Number 8. 22, 38. So this is 38 game years, and I've got not too bad a fleet, but look how I've expanded here. But more importantly, that I've got a lot of space. I've still got some potential to expand to the south here, and once I've sorted out whatever pirates or whatever is in there, I can't remember which it is, I'll be going that way as well, and up here, because your empire doesn't have to be linked. I can just stick some here and just make it into a new sector if I want, and then it'll just be there. But what it does do is it'll block these from moving. So if we go now to contacts, we'll see that it says their relative power is superior, but it says that their fleet power is equivalent and their naval capacity is actually inferior and their tech level is equivalent. So we've got more potential than they have, I think, and their fleet is superior. Naval capacity is equivalent, and the technology level is superior. But at the rate that we're going, if you compare the size of our sort of real estate to theirs, we're doing a lot better. And when all these resources that are showing in white start flooding into my empire, I'm soon going to be out researching them as well. So I'm going to turn up. That they're basically going to turn up with a stick, and I'm going to have like equivalent to nuclear weapons, and they won't stand a chance. That's the plan. But I'll go back now to that game we were in, which is, I think, number 9. I think it was. Yeah, there it is. Some nice bits of artwork, isn't there, on this? Right, start time rolling. Full speed. UNS Tesla. Tesla and his 0 point energy. Let's have a look, see. Right, I want you to survey that system. And Voyager. You can go survey that system. See, I'm lacking resources. Otherwise, I could basically start colonizing now. But so what the? Now I've got the space sorted out. If you know what I mean, I've got the surveying sorted out. But what I haven't got is the resources now. So now I've got to concentrate on that. Orbital hydroponics. farming
System survey
subsidies.
complete.
You see, these are important technologies. Don't need that moment. Centralised command, because I ain't even using army yet. I've just been slaughtered when I've been attacked, basically. You get armies on the planets. They defend or attack. You know, they show dropships and all that coming. It's just another numbers game. Orbital hydroponics farms. See, that's our first technology, really, isn't it, that we've done. And it was orbital energy conversion. The rest of them are genome mapping as well. Most of them are starting tech. So
Research complete.
right, that's another one that's complete now.
Anomaly found.
And see, look, it's popping stuff up. I'll get me genius on this. Don't want sensors for
Construction complete.
global power plant 2 or global energy management. What's that do? Global energy modifier energy storage capacity 2,500. Energy credits plus 15%. Yeah, I'll do that. Fusion missiles, but I'll go for geothermal fracking. We all like a good fracking, don't we? I've got first fleet. Where are you now? Oh, that's the second fleet. Where's first fleet? So we found a little cluster of planets here, but that one is blocked because of them silly aliens.
System survey complete.
I want to start looking around. Where's that place? I want to look at down here. Go out in this direction.
Anomaly found.
See, putting in again. I'm halfway through doing something and it decides that it's telling me something is the priority, not what I'm doing gameplay wise, and that is a mistake. I think it can tell me that when I'm not doing this, can't it? I mean, it's computer. It must know that I'm in this mode now of giving waypoints to something, so don't bother me until I finish doing it. Quite simple. That sort of thing that really puts me off some of these games. That'll eventually get on my nerves so much I won't want to play it, because as you go on, you get more technology, and one of the technologies is automatic surveying of all the systems. So your science ship will just go off by itself and do stuff, and you've got like 5 or 6 science ships. Because you need to know where you need to know what's around you, so you've got to survey. You don't have a choice. If you don't survey, you're dead. You're not gonna get anywhere. You can't build anything in. You know, say if this was in our sector, if I've not surveyed it and don't know them resources there, I can't build out. And it's that simple. So I'm just building mining stations again now. But the mining stations will include the energy, the things that are actually mining energy as well. Because you can see, if you look up the top there, that my energy credits are 0. So they're not growing. They're just getting consumed. I've got my science ship now. I want the next planet I can get to. Survey that. I won't be able to do that because that's got aliens or pirates or something. Survey that. Voyager.
Situation log updated.
There we go. Down here. Survey that one. See, you want when I colonize these, if I get to that, I won't get to that stage in this part anyway. You'll sort of own all this bit of space probably if you've got enough expansion on your borders, and you can also put outposts at some of these places, which make it your space. You own the space. You can then even on the non-inhabitable systems, you can still mine from them, so you can still gather resources. So that's why surveying's important, as well as you find out where you are and where the aliens are and all that sort of thing. So we're six years in. We're actually doing. It doesn't look it, but we're actually doing quite well by my normal standards. We're in a position now where I can actually start doing some colonizing, expanding, and the game sort of speeds up exponentially. Then because you get more and more resources, and then the places breed more resources, so then you can expand more. And it goes like that. So these type of games always start off very, very slowly, and then they build up. We haven't come across any. No, that's not. No, see, you're looking at someone that comes up with this. That's a civilization. I'm not going to go into it now, but it's not direct competition. We can basically absorb that or make it. It's like if you've ever watched Star Trek, and they have that non-interference, that prime directive. You can either abide by that, or you can go interfering and give them like nuclear weapons and stuff, and space flight. But you get the option to research them, because apparently researching lower civilizations teaches you all about yourself. What a load of rubbish. It gives scientists jobs, doesn't it? That's what it is. Oh, can I have a research grant? That'd be nice, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's only going to cost about $500 million over 10 years. Yeah, I'll spend it wisely. There goes your tax money on a load of rubbish. Then they'll tell you that we've been doing this survey on water. We're doing all this research. It's taken us 10 years, and what we've actually found out is water is very, very slightly blue. Now, can I have $500 million? Thank you.
System survey complete.
Water is very, very slightly blue. I don't know if it cost $500 million to find out, but it did cost quite a lot.
Construction complete. System survey complete. Anomaly found.
Ruins, yeah, anomaly found. You see, it's just a silly distraction. I think they should have found a different way of giving you these bonuses. Because that's all they are, really. It's just a little bonus you get every now and then. Because you'll come across some of these things to research, and there's already like 6 months worth of research done on them for you, if you know what I'm saying.
Survey complete.
I want to find my. Can't go there, can I? Can't go there. Got to be somewhere. Can go here though. Survey that system.
Research
Gus
complete.
Grissom. You can go up here. Voyager. I think you can. Where are you gonna go then? Savasic. Dyslexia. I come in peace from the planet Dyslexia. Well, I think that's giving you a fairly good idea of what to do, because the next thing now really is to actually start surveying. Surveying. I didn't mean surveying. I meant colonising. So I'm gonna just do that. I think I've got enough. I think this expansion plan is good, and this game really does need a mouse. So serious, you can put these in alphabetical order, by the way, which is always the most handy for someone who's slightly dyslexic. That's not a bad one. World size is 24, so that's about as big as it gets. I think they go up to 25. But there's some modifiers on the planet. I'm not really sure what they mean, and I'm not interested. So press on that. Yeah, it's quite weird how this works, right? So you got to click on that, and then you can move your cursor around with the D-pad onto these tiles. But you got to go back there, and you press A, and it's immediately gone onto a tile that has got a tile blocker on it, so you can't actually see it. So you're thinking, what's going on here? But what you got to do is realise that it's got a very slight yellow tinge on the outside of it, and then you can use the D-pad. You see, it's going from that tile that's got the colony ship sort of thing on it to the one on the left. It put us on that one with the seaweed on it. Now, why it would put you straight on that is beyond me, because it creates confusion. And there's supposed to be some sort of adjacency bonus, you know, so that eventually, say that I put that colony ship there, that where the apple is, I'll get bonuses, and where the energy is, I'll get bonuses. So you want it between as many resources as possible. And the favourite one is that, but it won't use the minerals on that one, you see.
Research complete.
So you can't win for losing. But I'm going to put it there anyway, because I just don't care. Because, oh, hang on. I just want to call it Sirius Prime. You can rename it yourself, I just don't want to. So now that starts using energy, you see. As soon as they start colonising, you start getting it for energy. And it does hurt you as well. Actually, nothing showed up at Alpha Centauri, and there's a green line each side of it.
Anomaly found.
I'm wondering if... Oh look, as soon as I go on it to do something, it just decides it's going to throw up a pop-up. I'm going to just survey that, because I've said that there's going to be something there, but there isn't. We've already flown through it. I've never had a game when there hasn't been anything at Alpha Centauri. Oh, great. Right, they've just lost the science ship. Because someone attacked it. See, the game just trolls you like that. So I've now got to buy another science ship and another scientist. It just starts getting on your nerves. It's the same old crap all the time. It's like, play a different tune. Give me something different. And stop bothering me with rubbish. It shows up at the bottom there. It'll say so-and-so died when whatever ship was destroyed. Yeah. And it's just gone. When halfway through reading it, it just decides, I'm not staying there now. I never pressed the button. Normally they'll stay there forever. But not when I'm trying to read it. Put my genius on you. Fusion power. Yeah, that's good, but so are they on your ships. I'll go for that. The shields. I'm not going for that dust refining, because I'll go for that planetary unification monthly influence +1. Now that, you see, the influence helps you do other things that you need to do. And one of them is colonising, which is something you most definitely need to do. And I'll go for mineral processing as well, because that's something we're going to... You can't have enough minerals, basically. Science ship. You can go... Research risk. Why is it saying that? I haven't surveyed that system yet.
Construction complete.
Yeah, never seen that come up before, that research risk thing. So I think when Alpha Centauri's been, because I'm intrigued now whether that's gonna, oh, it has got a planet in it. That's a bit funny. Anyway, we're gonna colonize Cirrus. We've got a colony ship there, and it's on the way to do that. And as soon as we do, see the energy's gone down. So it says monthly gains minus 3.5. It just tells you 3 at top, but it's actually 3.5. Out of a total produced of 20.5. Ship maintenance is 11 and a bit. Station maintenance 7 and a bit. Army maintenance blah 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 blah. It just tells you. It doesn't really seem to be saying that it's because I'm colonizing, but it is. I'm sure it is. Well, I think I'm sure it is, but it does cost you energy until the colony's set up, complete. And then it sort of eases off. Grissom again. So he's surveyed that already. That's pretty quick, actually. There can't be much there. So I don't know if that lies in my space, but what I can do is I can get my construction ship now. If it does lie in my space, to go, no, it doesn't lie in my space. So I'm going to get UNS Grissom to survey that system. Well, that most definitely does lie in my space. But that construction ship can not go there either, because that don't lie in my space. And they got the, oh, what I tell you, I'll show you one thing that's good before I stop this video, because there's not much more to really tell you at the moment, because it'll take quite some time now to do some proper expanding, but we're off to a good start because we know where we're going now. Where you go to these policies, edicts and traditions, some of them help you expand, and if I press on that, I get the option to adopt it, and it tells you what happens if you adopt it. It says expansion blah blah blah, and then it says adoption effect. So as soon as you adopt it, new colonies start with one additional population. That's great, that, yeah. I want to know about a president while I'm on this screen. Or you can go to domination and adoption effect, war demands, which it gets a little bit complicated. Now supremacy, this is a good one because your border range increases by 20% according to that. So I'm going to adopt that straight away. And that's the resource for that is up here. It's that unity. And you have a gain per month.
Situation log updated.
I don't know if that's annoying you as much as it's annoying me. Now, you see, I've adopted that. And you see, I can now send my construction ship to Alpha Centauri to build mining stations. So do you see my blue bubble, because I've adopted that tradition of supremacy, it straight away increased my border range, and my border range is that blue area, and it gave me 20%, and that's well worth having, because I can grab these resources now even without colonizing these places. I can get the resources from the system. I think that'll do it for this. Like I said, I think expansion at the beginning, because this is these games, isn't it? You expand, and we're going to go. You know, we want as much tech as possible, and then we want, but you know, you've got to balance that. As soon as you start building a big fleet, that starts to cost you. All these things cost you. Colonization costs you. Let's see if that's telling us now. Shipment, army maintenance. No, it's not telling us. But once I get Sirius Prime colonized, that the energy will sort of equal itself out. Anyway, I'm going to leave it for this. Thanks for watching. I hope it gives you a bit of help, because it's quite a complicated game. Bye.